Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm back with another GvG video today covering our second round matchup in BloodPandas. This time we got a guild that we've never faced before. I believe so. And so far it's looking pretty good. A RoyalDragon, they definitely feel like, especially on the defense side at least, felt much more stacked than Cossacks from last round, where we won against Cossacks, by the way. And yeah, this is a pretty solid guild, I would say. They ended up in 22nd, but definitely I feel like this is a pretty decent top 20 GvG guild. So yeah, this is the result so far. With 6 hours remaining, I feel like we got this after taking a look from what we have in terms of defenses. I am like 90% sure that we'll hold. So yeah, winning here will take us into the top 10 after winning twice in the first week, that's for sure, since we've ended up 24th, I believe. So yeah, I'm gonna start by showing how my attacks went today. Again, like yesterday, like the last round, I went 2-3, unfortunately. So yeah, let's start. My first attack went versus this person. So this team felt it felt simple, basically maging Valara and Emirate was the main idea here. But let's see what went wrong. Basically what went wrong was the BP, because Emirate didn't die, unfortunately. As we can see, he was built tanky with key, and I assume good enough HP, but yeah, it wasn't quite enough to take him out. He survived, and so it made the swarming much more difficult, and it pretty much pretty much failed, as we can see. With Airless, the combo of Emirate with Airless is pretty nasty, because he gets back to his ults like super fast, as we can see. So swarming is super difficult. So yeah, the main idea was to take out both Emirate and Valara and then pretty much swarm from there. But the BP was a little bit not enough, let's say. Second attack, oh sorry, not here. So the second attack was again a loss versus this person. This Ingrid team with Mary and Wukong. This guild had a lot of these teams with Mary, Ingrid, Wukong and Airless. And so actually, yeah, never mind. And as you can see, we actually failed quite a lot on this team in particular. I think that was a very highly awakened team. But yeah, what I tried here was to swarm. Tried a couple of other strats as well, but my BP was just not enough for this team. Probably should have taken the Pharaoh, to be honest, but even so, it was just not a brilliant idea, I guess. and so this was my second attack. But yeah, as I said, quite a few of these teams with Ingrid and Mary placed here. They had like 5 or 6 of these teams. So, which is never a great idea, because once you crack one of them, the rest fall. So, yeah. So yeah, that was my second attack, which was a loss, and then the third one was a win versus this Alex team. Pretty standard classic swarm with the rare tanks. Nothing too difficult here. Even the Alex was not even wearing her artifact, which made things even easier, right? So yeah, we start off with the Templars, then the double healers, one Necro, then another 1/5, then the rare tank, 2 tank, the Alex passive, another, and then yeah, it's pretty much done at this point. Pretty straightforward. Then what I did, yes, I remember, it was this one. My final 2 attacks went against this team in particular, which is a bomb. I bombed it basically. The first time it failed, so when I was testing it on the copy, of course bombing is like very rarely 100% secure, but it had a very good success rate. The main idea is to take out the whole backline here, especially Neja, and then just to fly, to kill Ingrid and to fly. So that was the main idea here, and it was pretty successful in most tests. Unfortunately, the first attack failed, and then I decided to change the affiliation order to be spiders first. I'm not sure if that made a difference, but let's play the attack. Not sure if that made a difference, but what I did was a double bomb, and so it was an instant, not at 8, not at 9, but I waited for 10 cost, and then put 2 bombs front and 1 spider back. Yep, 2 bombs front, 1 spider back, and then as soon as we get 4 cost, immediately, like the second we get it, we put the speed demon. So at this point, Neja ult is getting triggered, but he takes a couple, like 1 or 2 seconds to start attacking, and then Mary is still not fully up at her ult yet, and it will be right on time that we get the speed demon to push our bombs through here. Yep, right before Mary casts her freeze. And yeah, the whole team is down basically. And that's it. From here, free fly. This is where my final 2 attacks went. Bombing is always super satisfying to me, especially when it's successful, like here. but it always has some RNG, unfortunately. I mean, nowadays pretty much a lot of the attacks have RNG to them, so yeah. So this was yeah, pretty much my final attack. I'm not gonna show the one that I lost because it was literally the same. So yeah, in conclusion, pretty happy with how we did this round as well. Pretty strong start of the season for us. Taking care of first of Cossacks, winning there by almost 10%. And then here versus RoyalDragon, which we never faced before, and we were actually impressed by the defenses, especially some very tough defenses, especially the keeps. Pretty much the keeps are the only places that are left standing for the most part. And the types of teams that I showed yesterday versus Cossacks as well, these variations with Pope, Valara and Alex with Earlys, those are pretty nasty. Especially for low BP, I don't think they're really possible. So yeah, pretty happy after taking these 2 wins. I mean, still it's not sure that we take it here, but let's say 90%. We'll definitely get back into the top 10 after the 2 wins from the 24th, which means the next week, the third match, the third round, it's gonna be even more wild, probably, depending on who we get in the ranking next to us. So yeah, that's it. Yeah, in terms of the teams, quickly just to show, as I said, the ones that we couldn't fully beat are this variation. Yeah, here as well. The one that's left is the same. Yeah, here this one racked up a lot of wins. As we can see, it's kinda tricky. So yeah, I tried in practice a lot, like maybe 30 minutes or even an hour versus this team, but I couldn't figure it out. Tried bombing, trying different timings for many things, but it was super tricky to defeat it. So I guess this is one of the better teams, I guess, we faced this round, and a couple of others as well. So yeah, that's all. That's all for this round, and I will see you guys next week when we see who we are gonna face up next. Gonna be exciting if we end up being in the top 10. So thank you for watching, and take care.